Okay, we're going to go ahead and start welding on the bus here. I'm using just a 120 welder. Put that up there. It was one of my relatives, and when I'm using it, more or less, it's like I'm putting part of him in there with it, because I'm using his, and so it was my uncle's. It's a little teeny 110, but it don't have to be a Lincoln, whatever you use. You could use a 110 Harbor Freight. My other one's Harbor Freight. I'm gonna weld all this stuff up, and I got a couple patches here I gotta weld on. I gotta weld this, I gotta weld that, and them couple. So, but a 110 will work great with a little. And if you don't have a generator like I do outside, extension cord right off your house would work. It's just a standard little teeny wire feeder, nothing special. So I'll go ahead and, I don't know if I can. I was gonna set you up. There you go. Just watch the weld a little bit, and what I'm doing also on this, if you really can't find a good ground on your bus or whatever, I took a piece of metal, I connected that, and I welded it to the bus floor. Just tacked it. I can break that off and clean that weld off. So, I'm just trying. There you go. I'm trying to get a good bite on that, and then you want to make sure that when you're welding, it sounds like in a way like bacon, they say. And make sure you get all your papers and stuff out of the way. Anything flammable you want going in the way. Let me get my glasses. I need glasses too. My sight ain't the best close up, but you can see I already welded most of all this. I'm going to try to weld this solid. Well, here we go. We're going to try it with you guys and see what it takes. I'm not a professional welder, so it's going to take me a couple of times to get this going right. I got it on a speed of 2, and I got it on D. That's the thickest metal because of the way it's set up. Now, if you had a real good ground somewhere, you probably wouldn't have to have it on D, but I'm trying to send all the current. Well, anyway, let's see if we can get some welding. You see how it's hot there? That's what you want. You want it to melt into the wire. Now I could crank it up to 3, but then it wouldn't get hot like that. Crank it up to 1, it'd probably burn through. So that's what I said. Everyone welds different. Now I'm trying to hold it this way. And also, I would recommend, I'm an idiot, I will say this. If you're welding, use long sleeves or whatever, not because of the hot stuff. That's like the sun. It could give you a suntan or a burn. And you also want to do little teeny circles, or you could do a C and back and forth. However you feel comfortable. If you don't see it glowing like that, it means it could mean it's a cold weld. I think that's what they call it. And what that means is it's not going to stick. You can beat on it and it'll probably come right off. You want to make sure it's melt a little bit. It's all rust back here, that's why it's popping and cracking like that. I'm going to try to see if I can push it. I usually pull it. That's what I said, I'm still learning. Work at just all. I work my way not in line. It's still getting hot. It's just that I'm not the perfect welder, so I'm missing my mark. It's just by a hair. So I had to go back over there. I hit that one right on the head. I could clean the glass, probably help too. I think it's a little dusty. Not seeing the back. And why it's popping and cracking back there, that's what I told you, it's rust. I see smoke, so I'll go outside and make sure ain't nothing really on fire. I don't think it is, but because it's already stopped. So. I'm gonna try to get this corner here, and I'll show you what I did. Now this corner is gonna be a little more tricky. I had to put a screw in there because there's a bigger gap and everything. I'll try to make it look decent. I'm going to crank it up to about 3. So see if I can fill this in. What's burning is the rubber. It's got a rubber seal around there. I'm going to turn it back down to 2 so I can get that red hot. Now I'm crank it back up to 3 because there's a little rust on there. I'm going to try to fill it in. It's going to pop and crack. And you can see I'm grabbing the trigger and letting go, grabbing the trigger. What I'm doing is trying to put a little metal in there and then letting it cool before I hit the trigger again because I don't want it melting just falling. Alright, now we're going to crank it down a little bit to about 2. See if we can burn it a little bit. I don't know if it's going to work because it's rusty. No, it's just burning through, so I'm going to crank it up to 4 and try to get this rust burning spectacularly. That actually worked, cranking it up. I'm trying to get that hole. I'm gonna put silicone over it, but a lot of rust in this corner, so I'm going to crank it back up to about 4. See if I can get it to tack a little bit. I'm going to try to build up a little bit so I can weld to it. And it actually is turning, it is melting. It's because of rust, so I'll crank it down about 3, see if we can put a little tack on there now. Yep, that ought to hold. It's not pretty, but it ought to hold. Alright. Now, I'll tack this over here a little bit and show you how good I can weld, which ain't very good, but I admit that some people out there probably say they're real good welders, but it probably takes 15-20 years to learn how to really weld good unless you're a natural. And I am getting, let me turn this off. I am getting better at welding. So, see how it's kind of laying down, each one. I went a little fast here. I should have went slower. And you see how it laid down there? Right here is the worst spot. So I'll go ahead and weld some more on the floor or whatever. But if you like this little tutorial or whatever, me trying to weld on the bus floor, give me a thumbs up. I'm not the best welder. Or give me a thumbs down. Either way, please subscribe, watch a couple videos, and bye till later.